Hello, this is Laurens Holve, and I'm going to talk about ergonomics, your workstation, and how to do things to help you work and to minimize back pain, wrist pain, and all the rest. So, I'm going to talk about 5 quick topics: display screens, your keyboard, your mouse or trackball, the furniture like chairs, and your environment. So let's start with your keyboard. Is your keyboard separate from the screen? This is a must because otherwise you can't control your environment. So make sure you have a separate keyboard. Secondly, is it a laptop? Because laptops, I've often found that people get a lot of trouble because the screen is quite constrained. So if you do, get a screen because you can plug it into your laptop and immediately you've got a better situation where you can control the screen. Is it possible that you have a comfortable keying position? And that's very important because otherwise all comes from where your hands are for those with repetitive strain injury. So push the display further back and to create more room for your keyboard. Hands and wrists should be relaxed. Those of you who have thicker keyboards may need a rest wrist, which is easily obtainable from Amazon or places like that. Do you have good keyboard technique? I'm sure most of you do, and you're all brilliant typists, but if not, easy to do a little bit of training, so to know where your hands are up for your wrist, where to put your wrist. You may be hitting the keyboard too hard and start getting finger problems. Overstretching the fingers can cause strain. And also very easily, are the characters on the keyboard readable? Because otherwise that can cause issues in itself. Obviously the keyboard should be kept clean, easy to read. And if not, consider replacing the keyboard. And finally, is the device positioned close to you so that you can move it around? So position yourself close to the keyboard because then you don't have to overstretch. Training may be needed if you are overreaching. Is there support by your device for your wrist and forearm? So if not, then support can be gained from the example using a separate device. The user may be able to find a comfortable working position within the device. Now, one of the more important ones, the furniture, i.e. I'm talking about chairs and things like that. Are you close enough to your workstation necessary to move about the papers and all the other equipment? If not, get yourself there because otherwise you're rotating and that can cause major back problems. Move your printers, remove materials elsewhere, and move your sockets so they're in a straightforward place so you don't have to overreach, and again, which can cause back pain. Bring everything within easy reach. You might need to use a document holder or something like that just to hold everything together. Is your chair comfortable? And is it, if not, get rid of it, find another chair. Does it have the seat back? Is it pivotable so that you can move it around to put it in a position that's comfortable? Does it have casters or glides? Because obviously, if it's on casters, you can move it easily and start and get yourself into the right sort of position. If it's on casters, if you stretch back, you can slip and cause problems. If it's not comfortable, get it replaced. If it's on casters, consider moving it into a position that makes it usable. Is your chair adjusted correctly? The user should be able to carry out your work sitting comfortably. Consider training on how to adopt suitable posture so you're erect and not too slumped and not too looking forward too much, because that can cause a lot of strain. If you have arms on your chair, that can stop you getting to your equipment comfortably. Remove all obstructions. Is the small of your back supported by the backrest? Because if not, put a pillow in the area. Put the pillow in there just to help support your back. You should have a straight back and supported by the chair, and so your shoulders are totally relaxed. Have your forearms horizontal and eyes looking straight at the screen. So again, adjust the screen if it's too high or too low. And obviously have a chair that you can move up and down to put yourself in that position. The other thing is it flat on the floor, so that's so there's not too much pressure on the seat or the backs of the legs, so that you can rest your feet comfortably. If not, consider a footrest. Finally, on the environment, are you in a position that you can do all these maneuvers? For example, is there enough space so you can move your chair about if you're feeling uncomfortable? You need space, because if it's too constrained, you can't move your feet or legs, and you can be sat in a one position for far too long. So do consider that. And a bit obvious, but is lighting suitable? Too dark and you're straining your eyes, too bright and you get reflection, so you're having to move about in front of the screen. You should think about the light levels. Be near an open window or an open window, a window, just to help. The more natural light you get, the better. So I've gone through fairly quickly, hopefully, and suitably, things you can do to arrange your workstation to make life more tolerable and, more importantly, to minimize strain. Thank you for watching, and I hope this has been useful.